Hello guys, this is Ethan from Jingle Mining, and today I'll teach you how to set up your crypto mining machines. And let me get this very clear, is that this tutorial works for absolutely all the crypto mining machines in the world. No matter what brand or model you have, this tutorial applies to all the crypto miners on the market globally, whether it's Bitmain, Goldshell or Volcminer, whatever. I believe this video will help all the beginners solve their configuration problems, and I will teach you step by step in great detail and covering all the possible problems you might face during the configuration. And this tutorial is so simple that even children will understand it. So if you find it helpful, make sure you like the video before you guys watching. And since there's quite a bit of content, so I will dive it into two parts, which are actually just two steps. So after these two steps, you will be able to run any crypto mining units on the market using your own crypto wallet address. So step one, we need to find the unit's IP address. So the purpose of finding the IP address is to access the miner's backend interface, because the step two is to configure your mining machine's backend. Anyway, now let's begin the step one. First, check if your miner has a Ethernet port. And if it does, you must plug in the Ethernet cable before connecting to power during the initial setup. And for miners without Ethernet port, I will explain later. Anyway, first, ensure your computer and miner are connected to the same network. This is very crucial, especially if you have multiple Wi-Fi networks at home. Make sure your computer is connected to the same network as the miner. And we will start by logging to the router's backend, and which is the most direct and convenient method. So the router's backend address usually starts with 192.168 and then the numbers after, right? And you can find the last two numbers in your computer's network settings under the gateway address. So open your computer's network settings and scroll down until you find IPv4. For example, mine is 192.168.71.95, right? So ignore the last 95 and enter 192.168.71.1 in your browser to access the router's backend. And you will need to enter a username and password. And usually the username is admin. And if you haven't changed it, the password is typically admin or blank, or you can find it on the back of your router. Most brands actually print the management address, account, and the password on the back of the router. So if you really don't know the password, you can also actually reset the router. Okay, so after logging to the router's backend, look for options like device list or connected devices. And we are trying to find the device's internal IP address, and you will see all the devices connected to this network. And usually, besides your computer or your phone, the remaining one is the miner you just connected. And at this point, we've completed step one. We've successfully found your miner's IP address. So remember this IP address and then open a web page and paste the miner's IP address that you just found to the browser, and then you are accessing the mining machine's backend. And usually the first access requires entering the default account and password, which confuses many people. So let me explain. Different mining machine brands have different accounts and password. For example, Goldshell username is admin with password 129, right? But Volcminer's username is root with password is LTC at DOG, right? This is quite confusing, isn't it? Sometimes I also wonder why they can't just like be more simple and have like the same just like username and password, making it more friendly for us new miners, right? But don't worry, your beloved Ethan from Jingo Mining has created a complete list of default usernames and passwords for all the crypto mining machines on the market. Very touching, isn't it? So don't forget to like the video. Yeah, and there you go. So quickly take a screenshot or whatever. Yeah, we will discuss what to do next in the next video. Anyway, now let's address miners without Ethernet ports. These are typically Bitcoin solo miners or some small mining machines that can only operate through Wi-Fi connection. That's why they don't have like Ethernet port, right? Anyway, what we should do in this case, so let's use the Jingo Miner BTC Solo Miner Lite as an example. First, of course, is connect the power supply, and then take out your phone and go to Wi-Fi settings, and on the list you will find a Jingo Miner signal. Yes, these names are usually the miner's brand names. So click and connect directly, and after a few seconds you will actually be accessing the machine's backend, and then we can proceed with configuration there, right? See how simple and direct it is. So what we should do after accessing the machine's backend, I will explain in detail in the next video. And if you have any problems, any questions during the process, feel free to leave a comment, and our handsome and professional techno staff will answer them for you.